And in case you're just joining us, our guest on this episode of Question Time is Professor Bola Akinterinwa, the Director General of Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. Don't go away. What does this say about the strength of Nigeria's security apparatus? Do you find it porous?
It is just like the Shakespearean saying in Macbeth that there is no art of finding the human construction from the face. You wouldn't know, nobody has a tag, a name tag on his forehead to say he's a terrorist. So the bombing this time is in Kuje, but Kuje, if they go to Kuje, the prison yard where some of the Boko Haramis might have been kept, they are there. And that's why Kuje may be more attractive, okay, rather than going to township. Overhauling, it does not mean that the military is weak or is incapable. Certainly not. That's the point I'm making. Please, the leaders in the world, in the area of anti-terrorism struggle, they are finding it so difficult. And I can tell you, with the size, the geopolitical size of the United States, how will you explain the fact that just last week, Thursday, October 1, a terrorist or a gunman, as they call him, went to a school, high school in Oregon, all right? And he got there and asked all the Christians to stand up. And all those who stood up identified themselves as Christians. He shot them dead. And that was in the classroom. In the classroom. The school was on. So how would you explain the fact that America, as powerful as it is unable to contain and prevent that type of something?
The religious undertone of the war against terrorism has time and again been highlighted. Now, what is the best way of dealing with the religious dimension in this war?
If the Boko Haram itself publicly says that, look, they believe in the objective, all right, of the Al-Qaeda, and the Al-Qaeda had made it clear that, look, in Nigeria, it is either Islam or nothing else. That's the point they had made. If the Al-Qaeda had said Nigerian constitution, which provides for secularity, is rubbish, if the Al-Qaeda is now saying that, look, you either accept their own interpretation of the Islamic doctrine, or you are considered an infidel, and therefore you are fit only to die, then there is a very serious problem there. Meaning that seeking to negotiate either with Boko Haram or with Al-Qaeda is at best irrelevant.
Do you have a fact on this reported Boko Haram allegiance to the ISIS and Al-Shabaab troops?
The Boko Haramis themselves made it clear, all right, in their videos, and I'm referring to literature where, for instance, they said, look, they have agreements. And Al-Qaeda, in fact, Akim in particular, was happy, all right? It accepted the membership of the Nigerian Boko Haram, considered now as their own Nigerian version of Al-Qaeda. That one is not in dispute at all. So the issue is that if you now have a terrorist organization that does not believe in the constitutionality of Nigeria as a sovereign state, if you now have a band, a group of people who do not believe in the secularity provided for, etc., I think that a time will soon come when there will be not just a battle, but a war between the Boko Haram's version of the Islam and the non-Muslims.
What is the quality of the intelligence network of the Nigerian security forces? Because this takes us back to the recent fugitive ISIS chief that was granted a visa to Nigeria. And now we are seeing a multiple bomb attack in Abuja. Now, is there a link between these two?
Where I can say we can have a linkage too is that the sympathizers, the accomplices of the Lebanese fugitive too, can now say, well, because you have arrested our leader or one of our leaders, let's show you that, look, we are still living. So they may now find their way to Abuja, all right? And as I've said earlier on, they went to Kuje prison, where some of the Boko Haramis are detained. So in this case, the coming of the Lebanese fugitive might be to come and assist in the liberation of those who are currently in detention.
You can also be a part of this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time, who takes responsibility for the recent Hajj stampede in Saudi Arabia? Find out after the break.